Right, today we're going to tackle one of the most common problems on the Focus, which is the right-hand engine mount. Now don't be confused by the fact it's on the left side of the engine bay. It's actually as you face the car. It's quite an important thing when you're ordering, so you don't end up with the wrong one. Right, so I've been told, as standard, these are filled with oil. So what happens is the oil leaks out, the rubber degrades, and then you get excess engine movement. But even more annoying than that is a noise inside the cabin. It's like a squeaky noise. It sounds like the heater's going wrong. It's not that, it's normally the engine mount. Now the way to diagnose these is quite simple. You get a bar, hold it in there, and you'll see the excess movement on the engine stop. But more importantly, if the noise inside goes away, then you know it's that engine mount. Here's how we can change it. Right, now the first part of the process is to get a jack under there with a block of wood just to support the engine. All this does is take the weight off the mounts. It's going to make them easier to remove. Now to gain access, we've got to get rid of the coolant reservoir and the intercooler piping. So we'll take those off and then we can actually get to the engine mount. Right, as you can see, with everything out of the way, we've now got access to the engine mount. Now I like to use a couple of bungees just to hold everything in place, just purely for access. You don't have to do that if you don't mind moving stuff as you work. Now to get this engine mount out, the first is two 15mm bolts on the chassis leg. We'll take those off first on the left hand side, and then on the right hand side is the three studs that hold the mount to the engine. Right, so with the mount out, you can see there's a fair bit of movement in that. It's obviously had it. There shouldn't be that much movement. With the new mount, you know, it's a lot stiffer. It's going to go in nicely. So we'll pop this back in. Reverse order, we're taking the other one out. Okay, so that's our engine mount reinstalled. Now if you do have trouble with the three studs separating from the nuts, now it's not a problem. Just get an E11 socket, put the studs in first, put the nuts on top and tighten them up. Now the last thing we do is obviously tighten it all up to the specified torque. Now on the chassis leg, the two bolts, that's 90 Newton meters. The three bolts that hold the engine mount to the engine, that's 80 Newton meters. Get your torque wrench, tighten them up. Then once you've put all the other bits back, it's job done. Right, so that's our engine mount installed. Now we're just going to start her up, make sure the engine's not moving around excessively like it was before, and hopefully we've got rid of that horrible noise inside.